We'll call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Luddington.
Right here.
Patrick.
It's a long trip.
Bruner.
Here.
Chittick.
Here.
Farnham.
Here.
Lorenzen.
Here.
Voigt.
I need a motion to approve the minutes from the December 5th, 2016 organizational meeting and December 14th, 2016 regular meeting.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I need a motion for claims against the county.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Also need a motion for the county board member claims.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Public comment time. Yes, Ron.
Mr. Vice? Morning, it's cold out, but not as cold as it was last week. That things have warmed up a little bit. My name is Robert Bogue. I'm a citizen of the United States of America, veteran of the United States Army, and this morning would like to visit with you once again about the airport. On behalf of the Edgar County taxpayers, I want to thank you folks. I want to thank you for making a $2.8 million 20-year promise to pay for an airport expansion project. We really needed that. As it stands today, the airport sells a fraction of the fuel it should, has a fraction of the aviation activity it should, no longer has a business interest operating at the airport employing personnel year-round as it has in years past, and it has become a magnet for local arsonists and all sorts of wrongdoing. I want to thank you for ignoring our county's real needs, to pay off long-standing debt, to accumulate funds for a courthouse roof, to accumulate funds for a new jail, and of course, bring our share of spending within budget. As an Illinois taxpayer, I want to thank you for the additional $60,000 in obligations you've added to our debt picture, all for an expansion project of questionable benefit and at a time when we cannot meet our financial obligations. As a federal taxpayer, thank you again for the $1.3 million you've added to our national debt at a time when we're nearly $20 trillion underwater, all for a meritless project. Do you folks really believe this is good for America? Think this is good? More debt? We've all heard the dialogue. You can spend money to make money. If we don't spend it, somebody else will. It's ours. It's aviation fuel tax money. It's tax money on airplane passenger ticket sales. It's free money. It won't cost us a thing. We've all heard about the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or the gold that lies beneath our feet. In this case, it's nothing but fool's gold. You just committed this county to spending $2.8 million, a commitment your children will be paying on well after some of us are gone, and perhaps well after your tenure here on the county board. Would someone please tell me how much money we're going to make on this deal? If we have to invest money to make money, how much are we going to make? I have no problem with a government retiree who wants to invest his money in a business venture. But where has it been determined our airport is a viable business? And why are we gambling taxpayers' dollars we cannot afford on something that has proven itself to be nothing more than a financial burden on this community? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but for the 40 years of its existence, and as near as I can determine, this airport never made this county a dime. It does not, cannot, and will not return a financial benefit at this point, unless it's sold. If it's sold, it would continue as a private airport, pay real estate dollars to the county, and by that virtue, be a true benefit to all Edgar County taxpayers. Folks, it's not too late to undo what you've done. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Move on to the highway resolutions. First resolution is a resolution authorizing the county board chairman to sign amendment number 2 to HLR's County Highway 33 Prairie's Edge. Aaron, would you like to expand on that?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about both of them at the same time, if you don't mind.
Okay.
The first one's amendment number 2 to the PE1, which is the study, the project development report. As the board is well aware, it's been quite an effort put into the phase 1 engineering, the planning portion of Prairie's Edge. And we would like to ask the board to amend our agreement with HLR, Hampton Lazzini and Renwick, who is doing the environmental, it's federally funded, so there's ESRs, environmental survey reports, that will have to be amended. So this is, item number 1 of highway is an amendment, which is amendment number 2 to the phase 1. And then looking forward, we'll be asking the board to approve the PE2, which is the actual plan, assembly, and design. So I'm asking on number 1 that you authorize an amendment to HLR, I think it's for $7,500, not to exceed, to revise what's already been submitted. Any questions on that?
Does everyone know where Prairie's Edge is?
Yeah, Prairie's Edge is from, it's a western bypass of Paris. It basically moves from Cherry Point Road up to Springfield Road. Goes by FS. There's an economic development program grant that we saw it and were selected for to help serve Harrington trucking.
Any other questions? I need a motion to approve that resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Luddington.
Aye.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Chittick.
Yes.
Lorenzen.
Yes.
5-0.
Okay. That's on the first resolution. The second resolution that will be up for discussion is authorizing the county board chairman to sign the BLR local agency consultant agreement with Knight and Associates for phase 2 preliminary engineering on Prairie's Edge.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call.
Luddington.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Chittick.
Yes.
And Lorenzen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next item is a resolution to participate in the state's attorney's appellate prosecutor program for fiscal year 2016 ending in 2017. Augie, anything about it?
Again, this is something that the state's attorney does every year about this time. It's put in place so that if there's a conflict, Mark can tap into those resources and have someone else step in and help him with a case or cases. So it's pretty self-explanatory and it's routine.
Seems to me like it's approximately $7,500.
It is, yes.
$7,500 the cost for the appellate prosecutor.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on that? I need a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Luddington.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Brunner.
Yes.
Chittick.
Yes.
And Lorenzen.
Yes.
Okay.
Next item is a resolution appointing Jared Church, John McGinnis, Paul Cooley as commissioners of Drainage District Number 11 of Embarrass Township and approving the oath and bond of the drainage commissioners. Need a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Luddington.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Chittick,
Aye.
and Lorenzen.
Yes.
Next item is a resolution relating to the participation by elected officials, being the coroner and the circuit clerk in the IMRF program.
Would you like me to comment on that?
Yes, please.
Okay. We have two newly elected officials, those being the circuit clerk and the coroner, who, since we've gone to the 1,000-hour standard, we passed that resolution back in November of 2011. And while there is not an issue with, there's no, well, it's just a formality. We need to have a resolution on file that says that these positions qualify now to meet the 1,000-hour standard. And whereas before, IMRF was always on a 600-hour standard. And the original resolution went all the way back to 1951, but that was based on 600-hour standard, and it's never been an issue. So, and even though the circuit clerk has been a participant in IMRF, she is a now newly elected position as an employee. Obviously, she was under the 600-hour standard, but because of the election, we have to just include that position on the resolution. Same with the coroner. He's new to the county and not participated in IMRF, so that's a 1,000-hour standard requirement. Now, if I've muddled that up enough, or is that okay?
Perfect.
It's formality.
Great.
Any questions? I need a motion to approve that resolution.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Luddington,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Bruner,
Yes.
Chittick,
Yes.
and Lorenzen.
Yes.
5.
Okay. Move on to the department head reports. Mr. Weisman.
Thank you. You have your reports in front of you. Nothing earth-shattering going on. I would like to comment that we have followed through with your decision to pay down the IMRF underfunded. That means we've given, I think, a total of around $372,000 during the month of December, which saved us around $26,000 in interest instantly. And I have looked for proposals from our local banks for a line of credit. I do have it. And the bank that gave us the most favored proposal would be the Edgar County Bank of Trust at 2.65%. Now, 2 years ago, 1% from First Farmers, kind of a different situation there. Times are changing, but 2.65 is still sweet, as we would say, and even if we would have to use our whole line of credit at $500,000 for, let's say, 5 or 6 months, it's only going to be interest of around $5,000 to $6,000. So we're just well ahead of it. I thank you for making that decision and us taking care of that. It also eliminated the monthly supplemental payment of, I think it was going to be around $4,000 something a month. On the flip side, of course, it has depleted our IMRF fund to fumes, so I am confident we will have to draw on that line of credit. I'm very confident, and at least the general fund will cover it up to the last possible second, and I will draw on it. Just before I came over here, I see where the state's sending about $39,000 on sales tax, but it didn't actually hit our account yet. Probably when I go back, I will say that it has hit our account, but until it officially does, I can't receipt it in. that means we'll receive sales tax, income, personal property replacement. The only thing we're waiting on is local use, so they are, still, they're still making, timely payments within reason. I just want to mention, you approved this drainage district, this is more for August. I think that this being, I think it's a new drainage district, so I just want to make sure I don't think they probably levied this year, did they? Do you know?
I would have to look into that and get back to you.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I just want to make sure with this new software system, we make sure we get that in. Any questions?
Do we get any kind of like certificate or like gold star from IMRF for paying that all off? Any kind of recognition? I feel like
They're having a special banquet for us, Derek. You didn't get your invite?
I did, which is
Oh.
kind of BS, but all right.
All right, well, I'll see what I can do about it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Aaron, do you have anything?
No.
Okay.
Any
Bonnie?
questions for the highway department?
Bonnie?
Nothing new with probation except Friday, we're gonna have a victory celebration for national champs, Clemson University, so stop by and join in the celebration, feel free.
Okay. Angie?
Our office, through December was kind of hectic, getting the transition and everything, and through the holidays and sickness and whatever, but the last 2 weeks I've had everybody there, so it's been great. I contacted Tyler Technologies, they've been contracted to help us start our e-filing. I'll need to get with Dawn to help me fill out paperwork and get the balls rolling on our e-filing. And then I've hired a new person, she starts Tuesday, so that's about it.
Thank you. Dina?
We, as of yesterday, began reassessment for Paris Township. It's about 6,000 parcels that have to be individually reviewed, so we will be doing that for several months. We've notified the sheriff's office and the city police office of the vehicle that'll be out in case there's concerns of a vehicle sitting in a driveway. So that will be our focus for several months.
Okay. Janet?
Not really anything new at the health department. Pretty steady, still got flu shots, if anybody still needs one.
Okay. Sheriff?
Nothing at this time.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Brenner? Do you have anything?
We had an animal meeting last week and come find out that our cameras out there aren't working, so, Mr. Ludington has taken that responsibility to get them fixed. You know, we got cameras all over the place, but none of them work, so.
Well, now the secret's out, so.
Well, maybe take some of the pit bulls and I'm worried about them out, so that's something we didn't realize. And we set our meeting dates for this year for every 3 months, so I think that should be posted. The other thing is, there's a meeting tonight concerning the property on Ease and Wood Street, 7 o'clock at the Presbyterian Church. It's more or less for the public to find out if we do something about it, so. If anybody's interested, might be wise to show up, so I'll be there anyway.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Andy?
I guess we've got an office for the coroner. It's out at the hospital. It's got the end of the, it was the old ambulance bay. So he's got one place to put, Scott's purchased a minivan, and he's got one bay to put that in, then he's got an office also, so. Other than that, nothing else.
I talked to Scott, I saw him in here this morning and talked to him briefly about it.
Okay, so he's been moving in now?
No,
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
it's in the works.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
okay. Phil? Nothing? Okay. John? Derek?
We got our 3 bids that were required for our beacon assistance from the state. We're still waiting on the guy over in Springfield to return from vacation to help Tom through the process, the paperwork to get that up and running. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Augie?
I just wanted to encourage or remind Dina that, have to go by my house if you're doing Paris Township. It'll save you some time. Okay.
Mine either.
The clerk's office is always busy doing a lot of things. IMRF, insurance, new tax software. We are also in the planning or preparing stages for the upcoming April consolidated election. We've been receiving a lot of certifications of ballot for the various townships and villages. In fact, we now are able to receive applications or requests for applications for mail-in ballot. So it's coming fast. So plenty busy. Any questions for me? Thank you.
Do we have any need for closed session today?
Did I approach
Yes.
Chairman?
The stuff on the jail, I think on the board like to know what's going on.
Okay,
Could we have a closed session on county sheriff?
you can make that motion for that.
I'd like to have a closed session for personnel.
Okay, is there a second? All right, all those in favor? Opposed, same sign. Okay. Anything else that anybody else might have before we go to closed session? Okay. All right.
Go ahead, Sheriff.
We're back in open session. Any more business to come before the board? Hearing none, need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, we're adjourned.
Good, straight answer, that's all.